Old Guy Talks is all about creating a kick-ass life for yourself and those that you love. Don't wait, don't hesitate, don't procrastinate. Opt in now. Is it possible to recover from a bad start? That's right, from a bad start. This is Oris, the official old guy at www.oldguytalks.com, helping older guys create kick-ass lives for themselves and those that they love, and the creator of My Junk Does Not Work, where I help guys find out what their options are to treat their erectile dysfunction with cutting edge. People seem to have a problem with that word, cutting edge medical therapies. And if you're a guy who's suffering or know one, maybe things just aren't working as well as they used to recently. And the answer you were looking for, well, I'm going to tell you with a 99.9 degree of surety is there. And you don't have to be embarrassed. You can get this information in the privacy of your own home at a fraction of the cost. Yes. So opt in and get it. Now, if you like this, share it. Don't keep the old guy secret. So is it possible to recover from a bad start? And the question, the reason I'm asking that this morning is it's a Monday morning, late Monday morning now. And last night, the old guy and his queen had a guest. They came from out of town, and they arrived late, and we stayed up late, and we were having some cocktails, and stayed up late talking, and having some cocktails, and stayed up late talking. Did I say we stayed up late and had some cocktails? Yes. And so we did that. And so this morning, normally my normal wake-up time is 5 o'clock. So this morning I got up a little bit past 6. And I have a full day of stuff to do. And everything was just like, not quite going smoothly today. It wasn't going smoothly. And so I went to the gym, and that was it was a little bit rougher than I thought it was going to be. And then I came back, and our guest was up, and so we were talking over breakfast and coffee and things like that. And of course, my morning routine is disrupted. Now, my morning routine is very critical to me because this is where I basically set my mind to the work that needs to be done, to what I need to create, what I need to do. And when that gets disrupted, it just kind of like throws the whole day off. And so I'm sitting here this whole morning being disrupted, and I'm sitting there like, oh man, I'm behind. And I got this bad conversation that has nothing to do with productivity, achievement, just kind of sitting there beating myself up for being behind. And the reality of it is that is not helpful. When you get behind or you are off to a rough start, there's no benefit to you beating yourself up about this. Now, there's a little bit, but you don't want to spend a lot of time on it. You want to be focused on the solution. And for me, the solution is, and this may be true for you, is to figure out, well, what are the things that are most important to get done? For me, it was basically actually do some writing, shoot some videos, which I'm doing now, and also organize some of the meetings that I have today, and be prepared for those meetings. Be prepared to have an agenda for those meetings. I always like to have an agenda for a meeting, because if you have an agenda, that means that you know what's going to actually happen, and the meetings are much, much more productive than if you just kind of like show up and try to basically just kind of wing it. Winging it in a meeting does not really well, and having a written agenda really puts you way ahead. As a matter of fact, most of the time, if you are the person walking into a meeting with a written agenda, there's a high degree of surety that you are going to get what you want out of that meeting, versus the person who walks in and has no agenda and is just basically responding to whatever occurs, but not really have a set agenda of their own. And having it written down is really, really helpful. But so what I did this morning is I sat down and I said, okay, these are the things that are really important for me to do today. This is at the top of my list. These are important, and I need to move them from that category that used to be important but not urgent into the important and urgent category, which is a whole different level of intensity. And that way, the rough start that I had at the beginning of the day is irrelevant, because now I am solution focused. I'm focused on getting results. And no matter where you start, and often it is not infrequent that we will start off with a rough start on something, whatever it is we're doing. Maybe it's the day, maybe it's the week, maybe it's a particular business, maybe it's a relationship, whatever. There may be a rough start to it, But that doesn't matter. If you choose mentally to approach it differently and be focused on the results rather than the rough start that you had. Don't let that rough start allow you to make excuses for not getting the result that you want. Because a lot of people who've gotten massive results started off rough. Really rough. Remember, at Old Guy Talks, it's all about creating a kick-ass life for yourself and those that you love. If you are interested in creating a kick-ass life for yourself and those that you love, then become a member at oldguytalks.com and get access to the cave area, where not only do I have my interviews with doctors on cutting-edge therapies for erectile dysfunction, but I will have other things that are posted in there that will help you create that kick-ass life that you want for yourself and others. And we're going to be talking a lot about different kinds of vices and virtues. So opt in and become a member